Well, Grant, here we are.
We're here.
We are at Arrowwood Golf Course in Oceanside, California. I mean, we have met you before. This isn't the first time. We got to meet you on the other side of the country in Jupiter.
Yep.
We're just going coast to coast.
Yep.
So we're super excited. I mean, by now people probably know that we've signed you, and you know we can't wait to get everything rolling. But we thought it'd be cool to bring you in and just show our customers a little bit more about you, talk a little bit about how you got to know Primo and how that all evolved, and then just talk about other questions. So
yeah, well, I'm excited to be here, and the entire team has been awesome to meet. You guys in Jupiter were a pleasure to meet. So
hey, that was fun. We got to spend time with you and with Sadie, and love that.
It feels really cool that you guys even got to see like my hometown area and go to Square Droofer and everything like that. Yes. So it was awesome.
Off the bat, let's talk a little bit about how you got introduced to Primo.
Yeah. That's so that's a funny one. I remember seeing your guys' account, like when you had like, I don't know how many followers, maybe like 2,000, 1,000.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think we started like messaging each other if we can like pull those DMs
Hey,
up.
we're happy to admit that we shot you. We slid into the DMs.
Gotcha.
On your Instagram.
And it was you who messaged him, right?
Right.
So I looked it up this morning. It was July 2021. So was that year and a half? It's been?
Did it take a few for you to respond, or did you respond to the first one?
So I remember I was in Kansas, and I read that DM, and you guys were like sending me all the colors and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, like these joggers could actually be pretty cool. Like I started wearing. I never wore joggers actually before that.
No way.
Yeah, that was the first time I started wearing joggers in my whole life. Like my friends used to wear them, and I was like, they're pretty cool. I don't know if I could pull them off. So then I started wearing them in videos, and it's funny the comments you get when
Instant
wearing
controversy.
Oh yeah. But there's a lot of like love for them too.
Yeah.
And obviously you guys have done really well selling them, so there's a lot more love out there than it may seem.
Well, I think that's something that like brings the eyeballs. It's like whether you love them or you hate them, you notice them.
Right.
And so like it was interesting for us because you started wearing them, and our relationship wasn't like super deep by any means at that point. It was kind of just like you and I had. I think you sent me your address to send some pants. I sent them, and
you sent like every color too.
Yeah. And at that point, it was kind of like that was that.
Right.
But from our end, it was really fun, to be honest, because we'd go through the comments, we'd see what people were saying.
I would watch every single good video and scroll through to see, all right, are they wearing them today?
Oh, it was just crazy. Like in the Good videos, just like the comments of just like people talking about the joggers, because I don't feel like it was like seen much before. Yeah. You guys kind of like started this whole jogger movement, I feel like. And now like all the other brands are starting to really get on board.
Right. Well, and of course, like we can't claim that we were the first joggers. There are some other ones out there, but I think
you guys did it with the belt loops,
that was
which is just very different.
For sure.
You did like a golf specific jogger.
Right. And I think that we've been lucky to work with people like you and with Micah and other people that, have a loyal following. I mean, that's been a game changer for us, to be honest. And like we were just trying our best, and to this day we're just still like we're kind of just figuring it out as we go. But that's one thing that has proven to be really effective for us is partner with people like you that you're at that intersection of being a really good golfer, but also being entertaining, and people care. So
yeah, and that's like to say like you guys are the first guys to make the jogger movement. There's been joggers out there, athletic joggers, but these are like golf specific with the belt loops, with the pockets, right? Like it's just you guys combine like a very cool look.
Hey, thank you.
Yeah, for sure.
Speaking about how I'd go through all your old good videos to see are they wearing the joggers today, and scrolling through those comments, it's just unbelievable. Like Maddie was mentioning, the amount of like loyalty and love that all these people have for you. But there's that small percent of some of the most brutal hate that I've ever seen, making some bitter comments or just like little nasty things. And so I'm curious, so we're gonna play a match today, and I'm a mid handicapper, and Jordan says I have a controversial golf physique.
No, not golf physique, just physique. People cannot help themselves.
They love to comment. No, I hit
He's like 250.
a 260 slice.
Oh, God.
No, it's my swing goes to. Anyways,
He needs hips.
He needs to move his hips.
Yeah, he needs to move his hips.
I need to practice and take it seriously. But no. So my thought process and kind of the question I have for you is, I realize I'm going to get a lot of hate and burned by your followers, which is fine. You know, I've already had a lot of it through Primo, but I don't know. Just like curious, how do you deal with that, or like how do you try to keep that out of your mind?
Yeah, I mean, so, you know, stepping away, it's been different, because before it was nothing but positivity.
Right.
And obviously now with everything going on, I've gotten more like hate and all that kind of stuff than I'm ever used to. Like, I've never seen any of this in my life, and it's actually pretty hard sometimes, like reading that, because like you're a human and you see stuff, and I mean, I've gotten better at just kind of like not really reacting to it, like emotionally responding to it, and just kind of like seeing it's there, and that's okay. Like, there's always going to be that, and that's okay, and you know.
And it's such a small percentage. Like,
It is.
most people are just like, man, I just love his energy and his smile, and he's just so calming presence. So like, just try to remember that, I guess, right?
Yeah, and I mean, at the end of the day, people just want to be entertained, and they want to watch good golf, and you know, there's a lot to it, and yeah, I think we'll be moving past it all for sure.
Sweet. I admire that. Hopefully I can get in that same mindset as well.
So in the beginning, when you left Good, it was probably a little rough, choppy waters, but you know, it's been a couple months since then. Do you feel like the overall theme has moved on from that? Has your supporters been?
Yeah, that's a good question, because like it may seem like there's a negative, but I actually, like, my channel grew more than it's ever has in the last couple months, and I've gotten tons of wonderful messages, support, everything, and yeah, it's actually been like an overall pretty fun vibe, and like just being able to really meet everyone else in the golf world. That's one of the things I've enjoyed more than anything. Like, that's positivity that's like just with everyone else. Like, it's not just, it's kind of hard to explain, but like the second, you know, I stepped away, I really did start to meet different creators in the space that I really never met before. And it's just awesome, like the people you meet. That's one of the coolest
You're such a
things.
positive guy. I think you just draw people like that, and kind of just being on your own, doing your own thing. It's just more opportunities. So it's been cool to watch.
Yeah, and I'm excited to also meet Mac. Because I know he's with you guys as well. He's with Primo, and Mac's been wearing the joggers for a long time. Yeah. And we've actually had, like, I was talking to Mac the other night, and like we've had like the same style since the beginning. We wore Janowskis, the Nike Janowskis, the same shoes, everything. It's been wild.
You guys should do some matches.
Yeah.
With you being a righty, him being a lefty, that could be really fun.
For sure.
So Grant, I know most people are familiar with your story, but for those who aren't, can you kind of just walk us through a little bit about the role that golf has played in your life from a kid and generally until now? Yeah,
so I got into golf actually pretty late. I got into golf when I was 14 years old. Wow. And so my dad was a golf pro this entire time. So he's the one, you know, he's not pushing me, but he was always there if I wanted to play golf.
Were you playing other sports?
I was playing basketball.
Okay. Were you 6'4" at that? No.
Yeah, I actually I was like one of the first kids to touch rim. No. And everyone dude, I have lost like all my athletic ability. I can't dunk, but I grabbed rim in like 8th grade. And I was one of the first people. Yeah, and like right now I'm the most unathletic, but back then I actually was like training every day, and I was running, and I like watch videos of me like when I was younger, and I'm like, dang, what happened? Like, where did that go? Like now I run and I look like I can't even run.
We should film a race today.
Yeah, no, I just did that with basketball. No, we did a speed golf challenge with Good, and that was wild. I almost passed out. So
comments that were pretty funny to read.
Oh yeah, that was a tough one. So, but yeah, so I played basketball, and then when I started playing golf seriously and like even somewhat taking an interest, I was 14 years old. So yeah, at that time I, took it serious, and my friends around me were actually like already so good, and my dad's like, you have so much catching up to do because you're 14 and these kids have been playing since they're 6 and like 5. So I got into golf, and yeah, I really started to take it serious, and my dad was always there kind of being my coach, working on like my swing and everything. So I always had the correct fundamentals from the beginning of my swing. And then, you know, kept grinding on the game, and my goal was to always play college golf. And I got a scholarship to play golf. This is a very sped up story, but I got a scholarship to play golf at Palm Beach Atlantic, and I played there for 4 years. Okay. College golf, 4 years. It was a wild journey. I can't say I love competitive golf after, like, you know, playing that much. I'd rather just go out and have fun, and like, right. I like playing like competition with you guys, but to play in tournaments, it's not always my favorite thing. So I kind of knew when I was in college that I wasn't going to go pro. And then I always had this, like, you know, interest in the golf swing and teaching golf. That was one of my biggest things. It was like, I want to be a golf teacher. I want to own my own like academy. I kind of want to, you know, do that. And then I started to do a little bit of TikTok teaching stuff, and obviously met Garrett, and moved out and started doing content with the Good guys and everyone. And it kind of just escalated from there, and where it's been an amazing ride. The
Look at you now, huh?
Yeah, it's been awesome. Super grateful for everything.
You're kind of doing your own thing now. Mm-hmm. You're pursuing the new TaylorMade deal, right. And you're working with us, which we're super excited about. But I was just thinking, like, and curious, moving forward, like, how are you defining success in your career? Like, what are you looking for that you would say, this was the right move, I'm in a good spot? Like, what does that look like for you?
Yeah, and for me, that would be just continued growth. And just doing stuff that I also love. Like, and I think with TaylorMade, you know, Mike and I being with TaylorMade, I think the opportunities are unreal. What they've thought about and the content side of it, it's truly crazy. And I'm just really excited to film that kind of content and, you know, collab with pros, you know, Rory, the guys. Like, I want to go out there and film matches with them. And Mike and I have a lot of wonderful, like, 2v2 ideas. Like, he partners up with Tommy Fleetwood, I get with Rory.
No way.
Yeah, and we do a 2v2. Like, just really cool stuff. Wow. But yeah, I also have some really in-depth ideas for where I want to take my channel. I do want to start maybe adding an instructional aspect. But then also I have some big ideas for YouTube golf in general that I'm going to start to...
Exciting.
Exciting. Yeah, I have a really cool just layout in my head for how a YouTube golf like potential tournament could work. So, yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
What people want to see.
Yeah, for sure.
That'd be huge.
I'm super excited.
That's really cool.
Well, and something that we're excited about with you is to continue working on our collaboration for some Primo gear. Mm-hmm. So something that we'll show you here in just a few minutes is some of the updated. We've already had some conversations with you over Zoom.
Right.
But Paige, our designer, is here with us, and she's going to show you kind of the next phase. And, you know, we're really excited about that. I hope that people are excited about that.
Yeah. I'm pretty much the farthest thing from an athlete, but I feel athletic when I wear this. Like, I feel like I'm ready to, like, catch a ball, you know, ready to go. But no, I'm excited for, you know, what we're going to design together as well. Right. And bringing, like, my vision of, like, what I really like to see in apparel and, like, kind of intertwining that. And I think it'll be really special.
I can't wait. I've seen it.
Yeah.
So I'm just excited for you to,
I'm super
see
excited.
the next phase of it.
I feel like people could already guess what it's going to be like around because I talk about it a lot. But
hey, we'll keep the people wondering what it might be. But today we're going to be playing against you and Micah.
Yes, that's going to be on Micah's channel 8.
I'm sure you guys are super nervous to play against
I am
us.
Very nervous. I once again, I'm going to look right here at these biceps. I can't stop talking about
That's all I bring to the table, to be honest.
They're pretty intimidating.
Well, that's actually, like, you look at his biceps, but then it's Jordan and I that kind of sneak in, you know, make some good shots.
Yeah.
Jason will contribute, though.
He can putt. He's got a good putting stroke.
Don't put any
How do you have
pressure
any
on me.
feel? Like, aren't you just like too strong?
My swing stops right here, I'm telling you.
Exactly. You can't get it any higher.
Well,
You'll see.
Something that we'd love a little bit later today when we're playing is for you to give us some swing tips, because when we've done swing tips, like with our other pros, like with Blaine and Tane and Phil, we always have them kind of look at our swing a little bit.
Right.
And, I mean, Jason's biceps always come up. It's, you know, it's like Jordan said, it's kind of low-hanging fruit.
Yeah.
Right.
That hasn't helped yet. I'm hoping that you'll give me the swing tip that changes everything.
Hey, I'll actually take a look at all your swings. Like that's one thing too. Like I don't ever just give people advice that don't want it to. Like if you guys actually want me to help you out, for sure.
For sure.
I'd love to.
All right, well, I think we probably wrap this up and bring Paige in and show you some of the designs.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, that video is going to be coming out on Micah's channel at 2v3. Me and Micah are going to be doing a best ball versus their scramble, U3 scramble.
Yes.
So that's going to be intense. But
Gonna win.
I know.
Hey, I like our chances. I'm not gonna lie.
I thought it was a
We play a
scramble
lot of
versus scramble.
scrambles.
I'll say Mike and I are going to have to play really good. We're going to have to play really solid because it is best ball. Like if we're off a little bit,
Right.
you guys will run away. It's a scramble. So we have to play good.
I like it.
But we did it against Bob and the guys, and we did great. And Mike actually kind of carried me, but we did great.
That's right. We saw that.
Well, thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for taking the time.